with the flow.
Can't forget about Coach Bergen. Of course. And if you don't got Coach Bergen, you ain't got shit.
What's up, Coach Bergen here, and welcome to the Coach Bergen Show, episode 49. So, doing this one as an audio because it's got to get done before episode 50 goes live today. And it is going to be a big episode 50, because we had a lot of changes happen recently, even this morning, where some competitions needed to get switched up, and even, the people competing got switched up a little bit. But the one who remained consistent was Billy John Langers. And I'm glad that he was a part of it, and I'm glad that we created this whole thing. I look forward to seeing him versus TK in these different challenges, different competitions. And so, first challenge, it's a lot of different stuff. But, yeah. So, I'm also working on an app right now, and I'm trying to get that going while I am recording this. So, yeah, kind of multitasking right now because it just told me to input info, but I'm not seeing it asking for any info. So, it's really confusing. And, I don't know, but it is what it is. So anyway, back to today's competition for the Coach Bergen Show, episode 50. All right, it's going to be a huge episode today. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think that it's going to really help change the game. What I'm kind of hoping is that from doing this, I'm not just perceived as a wrestling podcast, because truthfully, I probably care about MMA more, but neither one of them is really a huge part of my life at this point in time. It's more I just kind of interview the people who are doing it as part of their lives, and that tends to be pretty fun, tends to work out well, and yeah. So, anyways, first competition, they will be doing something. I don't really know what. They're going to compete in, I don't even remember what the first challenge is going to be, because we had to change it up. It was going to be push-ups, and then round 2 was going to be burpees. But then, it was oh, I can't do physical stuff today. I'm in pain. Can we do stuff that's, non-physical, and, doing promos, etc. So, we're going to figure that all out still, but I don't quite remember what we were going to do. And then round 2, same thing. I don't remember. But round 3, what I know it was going to be, and I believe will still be, is them doing a Coma Dreams promo. And, so once they do the Coma Dreams promo, connecting it to a storyline, then, the winner is going to get to be, the winner gets that round, and then also, I had a referee who was going to choose, so now I got to figure out how. That's what I'm realizing now. I got to figure out how am I going to decide who wins, aside from me judging, and I want to try to have it be non-biased, so it might have to go to fan reactions, fan commenting, whatever, but hopefully we can get a referee, because that bailed out on me today too. But yeah, the next one will be even better, and it'll just continue going, continue growing. And but for now, we're going to make the best out of this one. And I still think that there's a lot of potential with it. I still think a lot of people will be watching. And I am excited to see it all, happen and work out. I'm not sure whether or not TK is going to be wearing his mask, because I know sometimes he wrestles in a mask, but whenever he's done the podcast, he hasn't had one. But I know I wanted them both to kind of play into their characters. And because Billy John is a heel and TK is a face, which is basically like TK is the good guy, Billy John's the bad guy. But Billy John's actually like pretty cool guy, pretty nice guy. I have no issues with him. I think he's great, honestly. He's actually been pretty nice to me, I think. But his personality in the ring, I'm pretty sure, is he's playing like the bad guy. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'm also doing some push-ups, and I aim to do 1,000 a day, but there's plenty of days where I don't succeed on that. I don't attempt because I choose to focus on other things, and but that's life. There's plenty of reasons to not do things, and you got to find the reasons to do it. But even if I do 1,000 a day 3 times a week, that's still more than 0. And that's still 3,000 push-ups a week. But I should be doing 1,000 a day is really where I end up feeling best and doing best. And any amount helps, but like at least 100 is definitely a good start. And but just got to keep improving and keep flowing with the go and going with the flow. I'm probably going to overlay some kind of instrumental beat over this, so that way I don't get bored when I listen to myself, because truthfully, I feel like I'm just dragging on and on and on, because I'm not really sure what to say, what to put out. All I know is I needed to get episode 49 created, so that way episode 50 is episode 50. Because I couldn't have that be episode 49, and I couldn't have it be episode 51. I needed to be episode 50 because it's the first time doing this. And so it needed to be something like monumental, and something that could be built up and hyped up, etc., etc. But I definitely intend on interviewing a lot more MMA fighters who have upcoming fights. And then once I have that, then, I just advertise to them the app that I'm working on, which I'm not going to get into yet because I want to have it completely launched first before I'm like really sharing about it on the podcast, and now I got a clock going off, background noise. I wonder if that's gonna even play through. Probably not, because I'm gonna have an instrumental going now that I think about it. Let's circle back to the competition today. So round 3 was Coma Dreams pitch. 4 was Coach's Coffee. They need to do a promo for Coach's Coffee, 45 seconds. And then just took a coffee break with Coach's Coffee. And then 5 was that they are going to interview each other 3 questions each, as if they're the host of the Coach Bergen show. And then, whoever wins is going to get to host an episode of the podcast at some point during the year. And, they can choose the guest or I can choose the guest, but I definitely think that, I think it would be really cool to be able to have that be something that happens on this one, because they're the first 3-time guest. And then from there, I want to definitely, and I'm sure I've said this many times on the podcast, because I've said this many times to many people, I want to definitely have more and more of these where they are competing for a quote-unquote title, because then it gives more like almost exposure to the Coach Bergen show, and it gives more variety to it. And that's really what I want to have it be something variety, where you're also getting the consistency where it's, it's me. And but I want to also utilize it to show off my creativity and talk about, whatever projects I'm working on, and, whatever situations that are going on in life. And, probably going to stay out of politics a little bit, current events, but we'll see where that goes, because, there's definitely guests I want to have on that are going to be more, interested in that than I would be. So, it's, I might let them do the talking if that's the case. And I know there's a lot of stuff with like the Epstein files coming out that I would definitely like to talk with people on. So I might not shy away completely from politics, but I definitely don't want to be like a controversial figure. I want to be known as like that guy that has been super helpful to people and benefited the lives of millions and inspired hope, and helping people go for their dreams. And that's really what I want, is to help people live their best lives. Like, I want to live my best life too, but I also want to be able to help others do the same. And first I have to make my life the best that it can, and then I can start helping others to live their best lives as well. But yeah, I see myself being a person who will, donate food to, the charity, homeless, whatever, having my own kind of charity in a sense, and clothing, during the winter, especially to the, people who are without homes, and, I don't want them having to struggle, be cold if they can help it. But I don't want people to have to struggle. That's the biggest thing. If I can help people to not have to struggle. But of course, I need to get myself to a point where I'm out of this, struggles. Where I have, quote unquote, escaped the matrix, so to speak. And, it's going to happen. And one step at a time. But for the time being, I'm working on it, and I know once this app is launched, I can start reaching out to tons of MMA fighters and sharing the app with them, giving them a free 24-hour trial, and then, and then we can go from there. And as soon as I have it ready, and then I can reach out to 50 to 100 fighters a day, I'm gonna be able to like really grow this, and there's millions of MMA fighters out there, and I'm sure in the US alone there has to be at least 100,000. All right, like at least. And I really just need 1,000 of them in order to have this be something that makes my life sustainable, where I don't have to work a full-time job in addition to doing the podcast and doing content creation and everything else. And it will allow me to, to break free in a sense. And then, from there, it's going to give me an entire, essentially, team of MMA fighters who can help promote me and what I'm doing and promote my film, potentially, and I can offer different sponsorship opportunities for, doing that, whatever. Not even necessarily sponsorship, but like quick paying gigs, like $20, do this promo video, easy cash. And maybe that can be something that is available to them in there as well. And I don't know. It's definitely a new thing that could get implemented, but I haven't explained enough as to what the app is yet, because I don't want to, give it all away. I got to make sure it works, and I got to make sure it succeeds. But also, I think that it's going to be a good day today. And every day above ground is a good day. So, let's have a good day. Hopefully, you enjoyed this episode. I know it's kind of a short one, but I'm going to add, a few songs at the end. And then we'll get episode 50 on today. And, so that'll be fun. And I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, you took some value out of anything I said today. Stay amazing, and remember, everything works out in the end, and a coma is just a comma in your life.
Glow City still sleeping, mind already running. I'm 10 moves deep in, game plan mapped out, vision HD. No brain fog here, that's not me. Steam rising slow from the cup in my hand. Ideas light up like I drew up the plan. Every rep counts, every thought sharp. Fuel for the grind and the creative spark. This ain't just caffeine in a cup, there's that clarity when it's crunch time. What's up? When the pressure hits, I don't panic, I see the whole board clear in front of me. Go, go, go! Coach's cognitive coffee, money roll coffee, that's the key. Stay locked in, stay focused, stay ready, mind steady, vision heavy. Coach's cognitive coffee, money roll coffee, fueling me when the stakes get high and the lights get bright. I'm sharp all day, I'm locked all night. Podcast mic on, headphones tight. Big ideas coming left and right. No hesitation, no delay. Clear decisions every day. From the chessboard moves to the business plays. From the gym floor grind to the long work days. It's mental edge in every sip. Confident, steady, no slip. You can feel a shift when it kicks in clean. Tunnel vision, but the picture's seen. Not hype, just clarity. Built for longevity. Go, go, go! Coach's cognitive coffee, money roll coffee, that's the key. Stay locked in, stay focused, stay ready, mind steady, vision heavy.
people by my side. Didn't know that in the moment I'd be fighting for my life. Felt the world start spinning, colors all fade to white. Next thing I knew, I was falling out of sight. Heard voices in the darkness saying, coach, hold tight. But the fear in Queen Jeezy had me wanting to fight. Dreams turn to storms when you can't stand upright. But every storm breaks when you step into the light. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright. Be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused mid-fight. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused mid-fight. In the hospital bed, trying to piece back time. Maya told me, breathe, one step you'll climb. Truth lying, drop facts while the monitors chime. Said your brain hit a wall, but your hope still shines. Juji made jokes when the nights felt long. Panda read stories, keeping my heart strong. Hilarious hood pulled pranks, but he meant no wrong. And Stamps hustled salts when the pressure felt on. Every dream I battled was a lesson in disguise. Every fall just to set up for a stronger rise. When Queen JC cried, man, it opened my eyes. I ain't quitting on my people, ain't no goodbye. A coma is just a comma in your life. Trust and believe everything will be alright. Be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused mid-fight. Trust and believe everything will be alright. You ain't done yet, you just paused mid-fight. He's good. He's more than good. He's still winning. A setback ain't a sentence. It's just a pause in the paragraph. I woke up with a vision and a fire in my chest. Every scar I carry is a reason I'm blessed. Life hit hard, but I hit back twice. Yeah, I'm alright.
Thank you to my sponsor, Coma Dreams. A coma is just a comma in your life. Tonight proved that you pause, you breathe, and you finish the sentence. We did that, we finished
You
it.
looked unstoppable out there.
I didn't quit. Coma Dreams prove comebacks are real. Thank you, coach. I told y'all, no matter how deep it gets, wake up and fight.
Coma Dreams stayed with me. It reminded me not to take any day for granted. Just being healthy, training, and showing up is something to be thankful for.
I didn't expect this, but Coma Dreams actually hit me. Watching Coach go through that made me realize how fragile life is and why you don't waste your shot. This isn't a movie, it's life. It is what it is.
You know, I didn't expect to get hit this hard by a film, but Coma Dreams just wrecked me in the best way. The way it showed someone fighting their way back, step by step, it felt honest, like rolling here on the mats.
All right, I watched Coma Dreams, and I'm going to tell you, Coach's recovery, that was truly inspiring. That's a story worth watching.
I've chased titles my whole life. Coma Dreams reminded me the real prize is waking up and getting another chance. I'm grateful. Thank you, Coach. I've been knocked down more times than I can count. Coma Dreams reminded me, you never quit, you keep standing back up.
Shout out to Coma Dreams. A coma is just a comma in your life. We finished the sentence and we finished the fight. Thank you, coach.
Congratulations on the win. What's the message tonight?
Train by day, Coma Dreams by night, all day.